Sakura is finally back, and Code has lost literally all aura since Two Blue Vortex began. If there was minus 1,000 aura, it would go to Code. Every time this guy is on page in Boruto, he just loses aura, okay? After last week's cliffhanger, I thought, okay, maybe Code is finally going to do something sick. Maybe Code is going to surprise us. And Code, my guy, I really hope that Code is going to get the Shigaraki treatment and he's just being built up to be a big boss, because Code. Oh my god. What a joke. That's all I can say. What a joke. Boruto is too cold for this guy, and that's about it. I mean, what a chapter. What a chapter. It was pretty much just a come down chapter from the finale of the Mamushi battle, but guys, the cliffhanger, okay, the lore, and we get to see Sakura again. Who can't be happy about that? Thank you guys so much for joining me. Today, we are talking Boruto Two Blue Vortex, Chapter 34, Used to It. Alright guys, let's get into it. This chapter is super dialogue heavy, okay? We get a lot of talking and a lot more talking, alright? Picking up on the heels of last episode where all the Mamushi clones have been defeated, Boruto has still got Bug's Thorn Bulb and he's on his way to go bring it back. And he's still having his little conversation with Kawaki, and he's explaining that if you don't have your Thorn Bulb returned to the person who the Shinju is made out of, they will rot away and die, essentially. Like, that's about it, right? No other way to say it. You're just gonna die. We just get to see everybody else off the heels of the chapter, and they're all hugging and whatever needs to be done. Inojin and Himawari, they're having their little moment, and everybody's checking to make sure Inojin can see fine. Remember that jutsu he used with Damon's eyes, but Himawari healed him right away, so he's all good. It's all cool. Konohamaru, he's carrying Sarada, right? And he's bringing her to the hospital. She's still unconscious after the use of her Mangekyo, right? Chocho, she goes with Konohamaru. We get to see Damon and Ada, and Damon is just bossing up, happy that he protected his sister, doing his job, okay? So Kashin Koji has a Toad coming up, and the Toad is just dialing in to Boruto so they can have their little conference, right, after the battle. And Kashin Koji is basically saying that he's surprised Code didn't make a move in the middle of all the Mamushis, right? Like, it would have been a perfect time with all that chaos going on. And Boruto says that the divine trees, they all have claw marks on them, so he's sure that Code has his ear to the ground, right? So they can assume that Mamushi is dead and that Code knows about it, right? And this is where Kashin Koji says that don't forget, like, he's waiting to kill you. And he says that if he goes alone with that Thorn Bulb, he can almost guarantee that Code's gonna show himself. So confirmed. But we all knew that last chapter. Who else could it have been waiting in the tree, right? Like, it's only Code. Kashin Koji says, like, it's a good location for him. It's advantageous. Nobody else can get there. Many futures have this in common, right? And this is when Boruto says, and then what happens after that? And this is when Kashin Koji gives Boruto 3 different outcomes of what's gonna happen, right? And I honestly, when I was reading it, I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure I know which one is gonna happen, just because it's like pretty obvious, you know? And then the last one, I'm like, okay, like that one we didn't even need. But the first is that Boruto kills Code. My boy, Boruto the Slayer, okay? Boruto doesn't play around. Kashin Koji says that's the most ideal option, right? And it would just be better for everybody if Code is eliminated right now, which can't really argue with, right? If you can, just take Code off the board. He's just that annoying little pawn that runs around. Like, bro, just take him off the board completely. The second option is that Code runs off after deciding that he can't beat Boruto, and because of that, he'll go after Sarada, right? And Boruto's like, what? Come again? And Kashin Koji says he'll take her to the Divine Trees as a bargaining chip because he knows that they can use Sarada to lure Boruto out, which is actually kind of crazy. But then when you think about it, if Code brings Sarada to the Divine Trees, Hidari might just consume her on the spot. Like don't forget, all of the Shinju have somebody they're trying to consume. And Sarada is Hidari's. So if she gets delivered, if that future comes to fruition, you can like basically count Sarada out, Rev, which would be crazy. And the third option, this one is it's something completely different. According to Kashin Koji, it's only possible because he's told Boruto about the first two, right? So this third possibility wasn't even an option until now, right? And remember, that's the whole shattering the future thing. If you know about the future, you shatter it, right? The whole singularity. But the third and really unlikely option is that Code washes his hands of the Divine Tree and throws in with Team Boruto, which I'm like, no, I don't want that to happen. Like, no. Like, can you imagine if Code turns Code? Bro, no. Like, honestly, I could kind of see the story going that way just because Boruto and who he is. You know, like he'll give you a second chance. You know, look at Kawaki. You know, he's not going after Kawaki. He's not chasing vengeance. Just the guy he is. I feel like if Code really threw in, Boruto would be like, all right, like I'll have you. You know, but realistically, Boruto should just chop his head off. You know, but Kashin Koji says himself, he's like, the likelihood of that is almost like nil. You know, so if you're able to, like, just kill him. You know, let's remove a source of anxiety. And so when Boruto just grabs the soul thorn and he's like, all right, well, let's go. And, you know, he says a little something at the end. You know, he's like, you know, you did a great job, Inojin. You can keep your hair. Obviously, he doesn't say it to Inojin, but Himawari, she's watching, right? And she goes, and she, just the look she has on her face, you can see the wheels turning in her head. And I'm like, I hope like now people have seen Boruto. This is like his like fourth time just like popping up in the village, saving everybody and then taking off. I really hope the gears will start turning like, okay, like something is off here. Like Boruto is this supposed traitor, but he keeps popping back up in the village to protect us every time something's going wrong. So what's really going on here, right? What kind of traitor comes back to the village they betrayed to protect it? Make that one make sense, right? But this is where we get a weird panel, okay? Suspicious alarm bells ringing everywhere. We get another toad, and it comes up to Kawaki, and it's Amado. And Amado says, could you swing by my lab? I want to talk. And I'm like, huh? Talk? Talk about what, Amado? Every time this guy wants to talk, it's never good. He's always, oh my God. At this point, I'm just waiting for Amado to make his move. Drop it down in the comments, y'all. What do you think Amado is planning? He's planning something. It's something big, okay? I don't know. Maybe he's like low-key trying to revive Shibai, you know? And like, I don't know. And if he revives Shibai can bring his daughter back for him. Who knows? Who knows? He's doing something fishy and weird. But we transfer back over to Boruto, and he's walking into the thorn place where the divine trees are, right? And I gotta say, guys, Boruto, his tact, his strategic mind. The guy is brilliant, okay? Like, Boruto, top 3 new gen MCs, and he's crushing your favorite, okay? The guy is genuinely, like, so smart, okay? And not even just smart, like, he's just a demon, okay? Like, he's just crazy. The guy walks in, he's got the soul thorn in his hand, right? He cuts on his Byakugan, because he knows Wagwan. He knows something's fishy, right? He's walking up to the tree with the soul bulb in his hand. He's ready to give it back to Bug. And we just see Code, right? And Code's monologuing. He's like, oh yes, Boruto, come up to the tree. When you come up to the tree, I'm going to slash your throat. I'll end you instantly. And Boruto's just looking up with his Byakugan. I'm like, bro, Code, you don't know what a Byakugan is, bro? Idiot. Anyways, this is when we switch over to Sarada. There's a lot of flip-flop in this chapter, guys. It's like ping pong, bing bong, bing bong. But we wake up with Sarada, and, you know, she's like, what's going on? You know, disoriented, whatever. And Chocho walks in, and her mom. And when her mom walks in, she hands her glasses and puts up her fingers. And she's like, how many fingers can you see? And I'm like, oh my God, here we go. We're about to get the diagnosis. Dr. Sakura is here on the scene, right? And Sarada, she can't see how many fingers that she's holding up, right? And Sakura says the prescription, it's basically gone, right? Your vision, it's deteriorated significantly, right? And she basically just explains it to Sarada, like, this is the inherent risk of the Mangekyo Sharingan. Your sight just worsens the more you use it. And eventually, the more you keep using it, you will just go blind completely. And Sarada, she's just taking all this information in, right? And she says, I'm sorry. Like, even so, I'm still gonna do it. And Sakura just brings her in for a hug. And she's like, I know. I won't tell you to stop. And I gotta say, W parenting from Sakura, guys, because I'm like, yo, this is literally Sarada's literally Sakura, like a better version of Sakura anyway. I mean, Boruto's not actually like a criminal, okay, trying to kill her. Sasuke, you know what I mean? But you know, she was like, she understands. She very much understands. She's like, the Sharingan, it's a strength. You brought it into being when you needed more power to protect who you wanted to. You know, she's like, as long as you're aware and resolved, I'm cool with it. I won't interfere. And I'm like, damn, W mom. She's like, you want to help Boruto, right? And Sarada's like, yeah. And Sakura's like, yeah, you really are my child. And she's just having flashbacks of all the shit that she had to go through with Sasuke, you know? She's like, yeah, you really are my child. You really want the hard way. You know? She's like, it's no problem. I'm used to this, you know? Like, I believe in you and your dad no matter what. And, you know, like, it really is, like, just a really beautiful moment. I'm really glad to see Sakura. I'm kind of like, you know, I wish we could have like gotten a little more than just like a little like hospital visit, but like it is what it is, you know? Because literally like right after this moment, somebody comes in and they're like, hey, Sakura, like patient 8, we need you. And Sakura has to go. You know what I mean? Like we barely even see her. But before she leaves, she just turns around and she gives Sarada a big, oh yeah! And yeah, it's just, it's a nice moment. It's a nice little hype me up moment, you know? And as Sakura's walking away, you can see she's crying, you know? She knows that the past Sarada is about to go on. It's crazy work. But it is what it is, right? We all know that she's going to get an EMS somehow, some way. Maybe from Hidari. Maybe Orochimaru still got a lab of Sharingans. Like, somebody somewhere has 2 more Sharingan, bruv. You know, like, she's gonna get EMS somehow, some way. We all know that. Drop your theories down below. But this is when Chocho and Sarada get to talking, and we start to see the effects of Boruto's actions, because Chocho is starting to come around to Boruto too. She's starting to wonder why this so-called traitor keeps coming back to battle for Konoha. She's like, yo, like, he's legit and he's really hot. Like, I can see it now. I'm like, bro, put some respect on my boy's name. The guy can fight and he drips like a god. Stop playing. Stop playing. You know what I mean? Like, stop playing. But all the girls, they have a little blah, blah, blah. How are you? Blah, blah, bee, boo, boo. Who cares? And this is when we cut back to Boruto. And Boruto's doing his thing. He's doing his little swag walk, walking up with the soul bulb. And he's about to put it back into Bug. And Code comes out. And Code's about to get the surprise attack. And Boruto, yo, the guy is just dirty. He looks up with his Byakugan cut on. He's got Uzuhiko. He steps up. And Code is like, shit, Uzuhiko. And he just jumps back, you know? He flips around. And this is my favorite part of the chapter, guys. I love this side of Boruto, okay? This is my favorite side of Boruto, guys. The smart ass, teasing, taunting, okay? When he knows he can beat your ass, like, he knows he can beat your ass, you know? Code, barely having dodged Boruto's Uzuhiko, you know? He's, like, not only anticipating the ambush, but having a counter prepared? Like, who are you? You know? And this is where Boruto, he just starts teasing Code, right? He's like, good to see you looking so well. But in ambush, it seems awfully passive, Code, you know? He's like, well, but what about it? Come at me. You only missed once so far. Be more confident. Try again. Bro, it's just giving Ryomen Sukuna vibes, bro. He's just toying with his food. That's telling him, yo, come again. Try harder, bro. You can do it. You can do it, Code. I believe in you, you know? Code's like, shut up. Code's getting mad. You know, he's like, only an idiot would fall for that. You know? And Boruto's like, what's your grand plan? What are you trying to do here? How do you intend to kill me if you're so scared? You know? Like, you're so scared. How are you going to do it? Again, I love this side of Boruto, guys. The guy is, you know? Code's like, soon enough, you'll see. So, guys, there we go. Code went with option 2. He's going to have to go after Sarada. And Sarada better keep some security on deck because currently she can't fucking see. So if Code's pulling up for a fucking surprise attack, Sarada's going to turn around and be like, ah! Yeah, that's what works when you're blind. So, you know, Ada, she better stick close to Ada, man, and get Damon on retainer or something, you know? But Boruto says he ran off. And he even admits, he's like, that taunting was a bit excessive. And I'm like, bro, you didn't have to do all that. You know, like, we all know that you can crush Code, Boruto. You know, like, you didn't have to taunt him like that. Now the guy's going to come back for his get back times 100. You know what I mean? Like, Code's not playing. Like, Code was pissed. He tried the sneak attack, didn't work. And he's like, all right, option 2. Option 2. I'm not even trying to fight this guy one-on-one. But as Boruto goes to give Bug his ball back, it just dissipates in his hand. And, you know, it's too late. And we see Bug just start to, like, steam and die, you know? And Boruto says, you know, sorry, old man, I was too slow. And Kashin Koji's there, and he says, don't fret, like, don't worry about it. Which is true. Like, who cares about Bug? Unimportant, irrelevant, loser, like, wrong team anyway. Like, who fucking cares? It's not like he's an ally that you need, you know? Like, he's worthless. Who cares? Kashin Koji's like, remember, he wasn't a good person. Just let this be seared into your memory, what it looks like when a soul burns out. And guys, they better not do this to my boy Sasuke. They better not give Sasuke the soul burnout treatment, okay? I will not be having it. I will not tolerate it. Sasuke must survive. Hashtag Sasuke must survive. No cap. No cap. Yo, I deadass think that Kodo, he's getting that Shigaraki treatment, guys. I know that we're clowning on this guy right now, but watch in like 10 chapters, he comes back and he's like the strongest character, stronger than Jorah or some shit. You know what I mean? And he like absorbs Jorah or some shit. I don't know. But don't sleep on Code. We're all laughing at Code, but mark my words, he will be back and back with a vengeance, bruv. Don't play with him. You know what I'm saying? Even that taunting that Boruto was doing at the end, I'm like, oof. You might be going a little too far there, man. You might be going a little too far. I don't know. Drop your theories and comments down below, guys. Banger chapter, as usual. Honestly, I deadass forgot that there was even a Boruto chapter today until I was like halfway through the day and I seen the notification on my phone. And I was like, hallelujah. ReZero and Boruto on the same day? Psh, peak on peak? Amen. Hallelujah. Thank you guys for watching this far. If you made it this far, hit that subscribe button for me, guys. I appreciate y'all for watching. And if you haven't watched it yet, my ReZero Season 4 Episode 7 video is out right now. And guys, I think it might be one of the craziest cliffhangers we have ever seen. So if you haven't watched that, click here, go watch it. And thank y'all for watching. I will be back with another one.